I started.
I
just did
Thanks
it.
for the warning.
I just did it right when I said that. I just did it.
My eyeballs. My eyeballs hurt. Shh. Don't even start. Raj, get away from the door. Get.
I think they can hear you now.
Get. Can you guys hear us?
They can. Okay. I love this shirt, by the way. It's really cool. Video ghost getting Ghostbusters little trap.
What? Let me see. I need a close-up of the shirt. I can't see. All I just see is like white. Come on, you could do better than that. Show us the shirt.
I just
oh,
cute. Delay. There's a delay.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, are we ready? We're ready. Okay, let me get my stuff together. You starting or am I starting?
I think I did last time. Yeah, I know I did last time because I remember messing it up 3 times. Okay, pal.
Okay, we're recording officially. Okay. All right. Wait, you're counting me in if I'm starting.
Yeah, you were just so eager to count. I was gonna let you go.
I know. Ahead. I'm like trying to trick you to get you to start. It's not gonna work. Yeah. Oh my God, Paola, Baby Pancake, Powi, Pancake Pow, Rivera, and Wendy. What? I'm so confused.
I have no idea. All right, ready? 5,
yes.
4, 3.
Hey everyone, it's Baby Pancakes, and welcome to another episode of Gamer Girls Gone Wild. And with me, my pixie dancing fool, got to see dance the samba, Ciji Thornton.
Pixie.
Oh no, you look like a pixie to me.
No, don't say that.
All right, fine, I'll do it again.
No, it's fine. You said it. I mean, whatever.
I think you look like a pixie. What's wrong with pixies?
I've heard pixie and elven. I think it's a nose. I can't really help it. I was born with it. You know.
I don't think it's elven at all. I think it's the hair, that the suede, like it's very Tinkerbell.
Hairstyle.
No, you don't. But there's nothing wrong with that. Could have called you a troll.
Oh,
a troll. Yeah, so welcome everybody. We are doing another live stream. I don't know what's happening. You get to see us be derpy and dumb, and yeah. What are we talking about? What have you been playing, Ciji? Tell me.
I've been playing a whole source of stupid, horrible games because I've been doing live streaming lately. I was live streaming with Jeff, and I've been trying to like live stream every day now. It's hard to do, but I try to do it. So I usually live stream like really, really late at night, and I've been trying to play games that not everybody else is playing because everybody's playing Call of Duty or Titanfall or whatever. It's like everywhere. So I was trying to stream something different. Oh God, I did Truth or Lies, which was an awful game. It's so incorrect. It called me a liar all the time. And we did U-Star MTV, which was just awful. But it was kind of funny.
What was that?
U-Star is like where you star in a scene from like this is specifically like MTV shows. So it'll be like My Sweet 16 or whatever, or it'll be like Pimp My Ride, or there's a few music videos in there like Lady Gaga and like Snoop Dogg, and you can like star in the music video, or you can be on Jersey Shore reenacting Snooki's part in an episode. And it was kind of funny at first, but it's just so like the audio is like so bad because it uses the Kinect microphone, and then like the video is really bad. You see like a whole lot of like weird outline stuff going on. But I mean, like in the right lighting conditions and with a better microphone, it might be kind of fun. I don't know. It was kind of bad, so. But probably the best thing I played, it was also the worst thing I played, was Dungeon Nightmares. And
is that the one that was scary? Like you played a couple horror games, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I tried to play another one. It was called Grave, I think it was, but it just couldn't work on my computer, which thank God, because it was scaring the shit out of me. But my computer couldn't really run it and run the stream at the same time, luckily. Um, but Dungeon Nightmares is just like a browser-based horror game. It's kind of along the lines of like something like Slender, but instead of hunting for 8 pages, you're hunting for gold and artifacts and candles and stuff. And there's just like all sorts of creatures.
Candles.
Well, you need candles to see. You know, you have no weapons. So if you don't have a candle, I'm told that like certain things will come after you more.
Oh hell no!
Well,
oh hell no!
I didn't have a candle for most of the game.
I would be so anxiety baby. Like I wouldn't be able to take it. I think even just watching yours, I'd have anxiety, which I'm definitely gonna go catch now.
But the thing is, if you watch, because so I did that on my live stream, and then I also have chopping it up and putting it on YouTube. And because I had to re-edit everything, it was just the format was all bad. So
yeah,
but it's taking me time editing it, throwing it up, and it's actually really funny to watch me play it, because I just would like I'd be walking and then like steam would shoot out of a pipe, and I'm just like, oh holy shit, you know, it's like I just get freaked out for basically no reason half the time. I spend most of the video swearing and screaming and running away from things. So,
do you sweat when you play games like that?
I did after that game. I definitely had to take a shower, I'll tell you that. I was scared. I was like,
ew.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But it's like one of those games that like I knew nothing about it going into it, so it totally caught me off guard. It was really good. I heard PewDiePie, is it PewDiePie or PewDiePie? But he did it, and I guess like a lot of people were excited about his playthrough. I haven't watched it yet. It's entertaining though. I'll say that. It's entertaining to watch someone else play. It's not entertaining to play. I highly suggest not playing it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'd have to maybe like when we do our charity, I'll play a scary game because I will cry. Even when I watch horror movies, like I start getting so anxious that like I start like choking myself like watching like things, and like I don't know, I just freak out. Like anything, like someone just like moving or something, I'll scream like bloody murder in a theater and everybody laughs. I can't be taken to anything where things are scary. Like I can't go to like those not scary farm places.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious. I'll start like freaking out. I don't like it. I'll be one of those people that they'll catch like in the photo and I'm all looking all crazy because I just get really scared. I don't like it. I like to be in control. That's why I like video games. That's something about being in horror. I don't know. It's just I gotta build up the courage to do it for that. But wait, what was that game that you were playing where you were that big giant fat cat that was purring?
That's a new MOBA that is still in beta, and it's called Strife. So
that was really fun to watch. That fat cat.
Really?
Yeah, it was really cute. I liked it. You were just flying around and his tail would flap around and then you'd throw that giant like ball.
Yarn. Ball of yarn.
Yeah,
so I actually forgot that I played that game. So it's MOBA, it's kinda like League of Legends. The main mode that I was playing was the same as like normal, so there's a top, middle, and bottom lane. The jungle looks a lot more crazy and in depth than the League of Legends version, but it seems interesting. I don't think it's as user friendly in some aspects. So in terms of like buying items, I don't know. The tutorial I thought was pretty cool. It's really good, but even in beta, you still have some people who disconnect and stuff like that. I had 2 games in a row where it was 4v5 because people just disconnected. But it seems like that'll be a really good game. I'm looking forward to seeing how that progresses.
Yeah, do you know when when it's actually coming out?
I actually do not know. Let me look up, see if I can find a release date. Actually, I mean, I had never heard of it until I won a beta key for it. I was like, oh, Stripe. And they're like, oh yeah, they were at PAX and they had this wheel and you spin it and you get a beta key or a t-shirt or a stuffed animal.
What?
Yeah, so we totally missed that at PAX.
Wow.
I have no idea where that was, but
like we need a PAX redo. That's why we need to go to PAX Prime and do another PAX redo because it's like I feel like I keep hearing stories about what other people's experiences were, and I was like, what? I didn't see that, or I didn't know that that was happening. So it
Yeah.
needs to be like a week long event.
No, no, because I mean, well, wasn't it PAX Prime last year that was 4 days, and that was like, huh,
Really?
that's a bit much.
Well, we got E3 rolling around, and that's gonna pretty much like take all of our soul, and that's gonna be a whole week of awesome. But so you played that, and then you went crazy on Dance Central, which I got to see. That was awesome.
I was kind of embarrassed when I found out that you were watching.
Why? Why do you get embarrassed when I
Because then
watch
I know
you?
you're gonna bring it up on the freaking podcast. Like, yes, yes. At first it was like, okay, Star Wars, the fourth and all that. So I
I
was
saw
like,
that. I was like, wait, is she for real playing the Kinect game?
yeah. So I was gonna do that for the fourth for Star Wars, and it was actually technically Revenge of the Fifth, whatever, guys. But it took me forever to get this all hooked up to live stream console games. Got it hooked up, and then I was like, I'm kind of in a dancing mood. I'm just gonna play one song. I'm just gonna play Gundam style, and I'm gonna be done. But then people wanted me to keep playing, so I kept going. And next thing I knew, I was cosplaying as Dare and playing songs. I regret it.
Wait, no, that was like the best thing I've ever seen because I just came in and you were just dancing, normal outfit, whatever. And then, like, as each song went by, you added to the cosplay costume. It was amazing. It was like, what am I watching? And I only wanted to take a little break from writing. So I was like, oh, I'll just hop on and creep on and look at you dance, whatever, watch you play Star Wars. And I was like, what the hell? Half an hour, 45 minutes later, I'm still watching you dance your ass off. And then it was like the last song, and you were like, everyone, I need one more song. And I was like, haha, let her do the samba. And you did a good job.
The song was hard.
Yeah, well, it's the samba, dude. Hello. At least it wasn't the tango. That would have sucked.
True.
Uh,
But yeah.
but it was cute. I've never actually played Dance Central 3. I have a lot of Dance Central 2's like downloadable stuff, and now I want to get it. I'm gonna try to beat all your
Good.
scores.
Well, it won't be hard to beat my scores. I haven't actually sat down and gone through Dance Central 3 like I have with the first two. Dance Central 1 and 2, I mean, I used to play that game for 6 hours at a time. I would just sit there and go, so I would play the song over and over and over again until I got 5 stars, 100%. And then I would move on to the next one and move on to the next one. And then this one, I just kind of like, I was like, oh, I got DLC, I got Gundam style. I was like, oh, yeah, I want to play 20 when I'm the best. And then it was just like, wow, this song, I mean, these games just got like way harder. Like the moves have gotten crazier, and just the game in general has gotten way harder and stricter on scoring. So it kind of deterred me a little bit. But someday, you need to get the game. I think it's pretty cheap right now. You could probably find it maybe $20. It's been out for a while. You should get it.
I know it's been out. I just refuse to like play it. I don't know why. And I was like, oh, I'll get it. It's like one of those games that you say you're gonna get, and then you like a year goes by and you're like, I still don't own it, but I need to just break down and get some games. I got a bunch of 3DS games for my flight, for my trip, so I'll be playing some of those, but I'll talk about that when I get back so I can properly demo them. I haven't had time to play because I've been writing. So just now I finally got to play something for a few days straight, and that's Ubisoft's new Child of Light, and I'm pretty obsessed with it. It's dark and sad and so emo that I just feel like I don't know. It's like a perfect game for me because I can just get lost in it, and it's beautiful. I can't believe that the person who worked on Far Cry 3 did something like that. It's so different. So I'm having fun with that. And then that's all I've been having time to play. So I'm kind of jealous of how much you've been playing. I want to make time for that when I get back.
I just sacrifice sleep for gaming.
That is, yeah, you do, because you come on really late.
Yeah, And then I stay up until like 6 o'clock in the morning. It's like after my stream, I find other people who are streaming, and then I like to harass them. So.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see that, and that's like the time where like people from other countries, like
Yeah.
that's like their daytime. So yeah, you'll find a bunch of people streaming on that hour. I don't know. I'm glad that new games are coming out and everything like that, but there's just so much to talk about. Oh, besides that, how was your weekend? I forgot to ask you. What'd you do? Did you do anything?
Too much. Actually, I was supposed to hang out with a friend on Saturday, and his car broke down on the way coming out here. And so I was like, screw it. I'm gonna go visit some friends that I haven't seen in like a year and a half. And so went out to Redondo Beach, and I hung out
Ooh,
with them.
I
And it was
love
free comic
it.
day. I forgot that Saturday was free comic
Saturday.
day. So I got some free comics. I got some like Sonic and Mega Man like comics and stuff like that. So that was cool. Went to round one, which actually now there's multiple round ones in California. If you have never been to round one, it is like, I would say by far the best arcade in California. They've got bowling, they've got all the new arcade games, a lot of stuff imported from Japan, so they got all the new Street Fighter, Tekken, all the new rhythm games, Hatsune Miku, Project Diva, like just, I mean, they've got everything there. And then on top of that, it's a karaoke. I don't know if I said bowling already, but they have bowling. It's really, really, really cool place. The prices are pretty reasonable, and it's just a really great place to spend the day. So.
Redondo Beach, that's like that's not far from where I'm at.
I should have hit you up. Like,
You
hey,
should
Powi.
have. I would have totally been down. I was just being a noob, staying at home, trying to finish all this other stuff before I leave. All this work that I had to catch up on, but I'm good now. It's like the calm before the storm. Yeah, no, I had a chance to cover the LA Gamers Conference at the Roosevelt Hotel, and they had a bunch of, big people there. A lot of like marketing reps from some of like the biggest companies like Activision, Ubisoft, YouTube. And then they had like really interesting panels, like panels about some of like the biggest trends in gaming and like what's happening and the trends like now in social media and Hollywood and everything like that. But one of the main topics that like everyone just seemed to be talking to everyone was tabletop, well, not tabletop gaming, but just like mobile gaming and gaming that is basically for people who are on the go and the future of that. And so I don't know, do you play on your phone? I was just curious because I know you play a lot of stuff, but do you play games? Like, do you have a tablet? Because I know that was another huge thing was, do you play on a tablet? Because I do, but not as much as from what
fingerprints.
I don't know. I just think it's like it was so much that was being talked about. I want to hear what you have to say about it.
I do. I have an iPad and I play. Right now, the games that I have for it is Soul Forge, Ascension, Tapped Out, Shackdown, Angry Birds. I mean, I got like Pinball on here, Cut the Rope, Angry Birds. Got 2 different versions of that, 3 different versions of that. Groove Zero, Tap Tap Radiation. Most of what I play is, so it's either like card games, rhythm games, or just a game that I can play around a level and then put it down again. Something like that. It's usually just, something maybe I'll play like laying in bed or at the airport or something like that. So, I mean, it's never anything super hardcore. I know that there's, Resident Evil and all these other type of like crazy games that are on mobile devices,
Heart
but
of
I don't.
Stone and all the. Have you played that?
No, I don't play any of those types of games on mobile devices.
Okay. See, that's what they were talking about, these big, huge trends. And like what everyone kept saying was, what if, one day one of these publishers, if they basically made a game like League of Legends that could be supported, that could do everything that you want to do through your tablet. There's yet, a game that could do every single thing, because the technology is just not there yet, but eventually it will be, is what they were saying. And that whoever that is is going to be like the ruler of all, because most people nowadays, like instead of watching TV, they have their tablet next to them, and it's just so easy to just kind of like use your tablet instead of watching TV. And I guess because like you just bring it closer to you. I don't know. It's just like this weird like chemistry between something that you can hold and like something be tangible than opposed to just like watching it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a lot of talk in that. A lot of talk in Hollywood being involved in gaming and the future of that. And part of me is like, well, they've been involved in gaming, maybe not the most successful games, but they are involved. Doesn't really matter if you have like a big production, back it up. It's really just if it's a well balanced game. So there was that, and it was just really small settings, and got to talk to a lot of people, like a company called Women in Tech. They were there. They were really interested about our podcast. They invited us out to their conference coming out at the end of May. I forgot to tell you about that. And it was just, I don't play too much tablet. I don't do that too much because I just have my laptop all the time with me. But now I'm like, okay, now I want to see what all the fuss is about. And I might just maybe try some games out. And I just don't know where to start. Like, where do I start with this madness? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe people will give us suggestions. Ugh, I don't know. One thing's for sure, I've ripped off all my nails.
Oh, you finally got rid of the portal nails? Just had enough?
I think just I'm a brute, and I, yes, consider myself girly, but I seriously, like, I don't know how to be a delicate flower because I've smashed my hands. Like, I'm a brute, and all the nails are off. Like, if you look, I'll just show. I don't care. They're all off my hands. This is really embarrassing, by the way. And I only have 2 nails left. How ghetto is that? I have 2.
You need to cut them or something at least.
Well, I have a freaking nail appointment tomorrow, and like my nail lady's just gonna look at me and just shake her head and just be like, where the hell have you been? Because this is gross. And yeah, there's just 2. So tomorrow, I don't know what kind of theme nails I want to do. I know I'm gonna do something for E3. I just don't know what, but I think I'm gonna go normal because the portal nails were insane. I think I'm going to do something boring and just girly. Okay, so that's what I've been playing. I can't think of anything else, and that was my weekend. You had a full weekend. What else did we have going on? I feel like we wanted to talk about something before we went to break.
Sure.
Huh.
Not too much has really gone on lately. All I know is the one thing I'm pretty upset that Curse kind of changed out. I don't know if you even know about this. There's a Curse beta that you could install for League of Legends. And basically what it does is it gives you timers for Dragon, for Baron, and for the timers for when your teammates' cooldowns are for their ultimates. And there was like a lot of controversy going on. It was like, is this fair? Is this not fair? Because like, oh, this is, anybody who has access to this beta now, this is unfair because they just have a timer right, because it lays right over your game. So it's not anything that you have to like open in a separate window or anything. It's all right there. Cooldowns are right next to the pictures of your teammates and everything like that. Apparently over the weekend, I ended up getting an email saying that Curse has now taken that down. And that's via Riot's request. They have requested that they take down the timer. So now basically, the Curse beta is just a chat program. So that kind of bummed me out. I mean, it's nice that I have the possibility to talk to my teammates without having to add them on Skype and all this type of stuff. But I kind of liked not so much the Baron and Dragon timers, like whatever, I'm not that pro and I don't really play normals. I play a lot of ARAM. It was just really convenient to see my teammates' ultimates and when they come up. So I'm kind of upset about that. That just kind of ruined my League of Legends over the past few days.
But is that something that like they warn you about, or they just try it out?
What do you mean?
Like, if they're gonna do like an update like that, don't they got to give you a heads up,
No,
or
they
do
don't
they
have
just?
to do anything. I mean, it's their beta. I mean, it's not even a final version.
Okay.
They can add, they can take away whatever they want, and nobody pays for it. It's totally
Right.
free. But yeah, no, they can add or remove as they wish. The only person that can really say yes or no, you can't do that, is going to be Riot, because
Right.
it works directly with their game.
Well, maybe this is their way to see, like, where what they want to do with the game and see how people feel about things, Write them an angry letter.
It's
Sign your
not gonna,
name.
they're not
Sign your
gonna do
name.
anything. I mean, if anything, Curse wants to be that person who's kind of kissing ass to Riot. I mean, they want to make Riot happy, because um, they work, they're hand in hand. If Curse decided to say no, we're gonna leave it. You can't tell us what to do. Then, well, there's a whole team that could not play in professional League of Legends anymore if they really wanted to do that. So, I mean, they kind of have to just roll with it.
Roll with it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess you kind of gotta, keep a tight lip until things roll out, I guess. You don't want to be that person, or maybe you do. Maybe it takes that one courageous person or team to say something, but, it's the delivery. It's not how you say it. It's definitely, or not what you say, but how you say it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I think we are ready for a commercial. Unless we're going to talk about any giveaway. Are we going to give the secret word? We should give the secret word.
I don't think the secret word went over so well last time. I have to say, I think people didn't
I got
want
like
to
a
post.
couple. I got a couple dog nipples on my page. I don't know. Did you get a couple?
I got a couple on my page, and one person who sent me a message and was like, question mark, question mark? Like, what is this? So I think maybe we should come up with a different word that people are not too bad about sharing.
Not like they're just, it's
I think people
dog
felt
nipples, or
awkward about dog nipples. Yes, they felt awkward.
people, maybe you just feel awkward about dog
I did.
nipples.
I totally did.
Well, let's pick something. Think about something, or maybe we can mesh something to Al Gore. Al Gore is not going to be the secret word. uh, Dog nipples, Morgan Freeman. No, I don't know. Maybe we can mesh a word together. Like, someone says something and someone says something else, and we bring it together. Oh, that's too easy. Boobs. Boobs are too easy.
The beeps.
Does it say beebs? Oh, it does. I just read boobs. I just saw B and like B, and then I just secretly. Pixie Ciji. Oh, that's a good one. But you don't want to be a pixie, so no, that won't work. Well, we're going to come up with the secret word, and we're going to tell it to you when we get back. And then we're going to talk about all this stuff that's going on in the news in video game land. Stuff that you want to hear, like the new Call of Duty. We're going to talk about it. Why? Because it's... Look at CG's face. I can't see her
I love Call of Duty.
It's her favorite topic, everyone. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about other things relating. Also, we're going to talk about vampires, just because we can. And it's not even game related, but we don't care. I just want to talk about it. So, Kevin Spacey. Maybe Kevin Spacey could be it. Okay, well, in that case, we'll be right back, and stick around. All right, I'm gonna.
Such an innovative game. Call of Duty, yes. So, I mean, they're so creative. It's the same freaking game every year with a different skin. I hate Call of Duty.
I know. Well, that's why we're gonna talk about it. By the way, I posted all of the things right here on Skype. If you didn't see
I
them.
have everything open.
You do? You do? All right, I'm gonna go get something to drink. And unfortunately, it does not have any alcohol in it. I'm saving myself like a virgin till Mexico. And then I will be a drunk. Yes. A drunk. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. Anyways, I saw there were some people trolling in the stream. I don't get why people troll. I guess they have nothing else better to do. Don't drink the worm. Well, I mean, okay, so you say you met a YouTuber in real life who actually thinks that video game reviewers like IGN are trustworthy. Honestly, I think the only trustworthy news sites are the indie news sites, like Indie News Now. Anybody who is just doing it for themselves. They're paying for stuff out of their own pocket. This is like a website run by gamers who have no outside funding from any other gaming companies. Those are the ones who they don't have anybody pulling any strings for them, so they can say what they want. If they think a game sucks, they say a game sucks. They're not sponsored by Microsoft or sponsored by Ubisoft to say that their game is good. You just have to. I mean, you can still look to news sites like IGN to get an idea of things, but when it comes down to like their ratings, like, oh, I give this game a 9 out of 10, you kind of got to take it with a grain of salt. They may be biased when it comes to certain games or certain platforms. So, I think that's one reason why people used to like reading my reviews, is because I did really long, like thorough reviews, but I also was very honest. If I liked something about a game, I said I liked it. If I didn't like something about a game, I said I didn't like it. And even when like some of my friends made games and I did a review of it, I was still very honest. Like, I didn't want to hurt their feelings. I wouldn't just straight up say this part sucks. But if I thought something needed work, I would definitely state that in my reviews. Um, and it has resulted in things getting fixed. What was the game? Okay, well, I don't want to call anybody out, but I did a review of a game, and it was like an iPod game, and I did a review, and I said, oh, I think this boss is too hard and this boss is too easy. They're in the incorrect order, blah blah blah, and just talked about the way the character levels up, blah blah blah, and how I didn't like certain things. And next thing I know, he read my review and he made changes, and he made changes according to my review too. So that was pretty cool. So sometimes that happens too. So reviews can be important when done by the right people, like not these big media outlets and stuff like that. Sometimes the hardcore players, your dog is so cute, can be the ones that can help change a game for the better. So those reviews are just as important.
Hi, can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yep, I have my dog.
Hello!
I have my dog too.
Get him! Get it! Look it.
Okay, doggy.
Jamie says hi.
Doggy. Doggy. They've never met before. I don't think they ever. They don't get it via camera.
Jamie needs a haircut. He looks like a homeless boy.
My dog's stinky.
He's gonna get a bath when I get back. Or I cut, I mean. He's gonna get a bath probably tomorrow. And then he's gonna be like missing me. He's gonna be like, you abandoned me. Oh no. No.
Licks the crotch, licks your face.
We've talked about this.
Yes,
I'd rather make out with my if you know how I feel about my dog and making out with my dog. I have no shame. No shame whatsoever. And now he's like licking his chops because he has lip gloss on his face and he's like, yeah. Yeah. I'm ready to go. Hold on, let me see. This is the topic. Actually, this is the one. Let me get this started. And then you get to come in. Ha 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 ha.
My lighting was better.
Your lighting?
Yeah, I look orange like this.
Orange? You don't look orange.
Wait a second.
You don't look like an Oompa Loompa.
No, I do when I take the light away. I don't know why. See? This like
Oompa Loompa?
bad lighting in here.
Okay. Muscles. I think my dog needs to burp.
I can't believe you let that dog lick your face. He has no idea where your face has been.
I will straight out French my dog in front of everyone. That's how I feel about him.
Let's not go there again.
What?
That was a very disturbing part of the podcast for me. I was scarred.
You're scarred? Did it make you nervous?
Made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, he's so handsome. How can I resist this face? This face. That nose. That big fat nose. Okay, so Jamie's ready to get started. I'm ready to get started. Let me get this recording up, and then I'm gonna count you in, and then we're gonna go in straight into Naughty Dog. Burp, 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 burp.
Naughty Dog?
Yeah, it's the top of the top. Sent it at 8.
Oh yeah. The Last of Us.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna count you in, lady. Yo, get off me about my dog, okay? I'm gonna make out with him. Here, give me a kiss. Let's show everyone we make out.
Ew.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Please.
Kisses.
I'm gonna put a black bar over your camera if you keep this up.
What? He's so handsome. Look at the face. Look at the face. Look, let's put some glasses on you. You'll be even more handsome. You'll be even more handsome, and everyone just won't be able to take it. Look at. Oh, look. Oh, could you show everyone how handsome you are? Oh my god. Look how handsome he is, everybody. Okay. We'll put these on. And I'm ready to go. They give me super mutant powers. All right,
Are you gonna leave your camera on your boobs?
Are they on just the boobs? We can leave them on the boobs. It's okay. All Jamie will protect them.
Okay.
His head's just gonna be right in the middle. Okay. All right, we're recording. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Gamer Girls Gone Wild podcast. I, of course, am joined by my dog making out lover baby pancakes. I don't know how to say. Dog loving dog maker outer.
Maker outer?
I don't know. I don't know what to call that.
You call it what you see it, and it's me Frenching my dog, and I can't help it. He's so cute, and I love him. And I'm not going to see him for a few days, so he's got to get it, while he can. Mommy's going to be away. They get all crazy and all depressed, too, when we leave, so it's going to be sad, but I'm excited for my trip. But let's talk about some gaming stuff. We covered already the first half of kind of what we did and what we've been getting ourselves into trouble. And I don't know if everyone knows, but did you ever play The Last of Us? I think we've talked about this.
Yeah, I still haven't.
So you still haven't even. You never even got curious to be like.
I'm curious.
Hey,
I just haven't purchased it yet.
If there's a game out there that's going to scare the shit out of you in certain places, that's one of the games that you definitely have to stream. You're going to be sweating your balls off in certain scenes, and I will be there to watch it all go down.
Last I checked, I don't have balls, but okay.
You have little balls. They're internal. They just live inside. They only drop when they need to. But yes, Naughty Dog lost another member of its staff earlier in the week. Michael Noland. I guess it came from news from, saying on his LinkedIn that he is no longer with Naughty Dog. So it's just kind of interesting because they won all these awards and they did really great. And, after Amy left, um, it just seems kind of like it's been a little trend of, all right, now's a good time to exit. I don't know if Naughty Dog is just like kind of, trying to work on another project or what, but it was just really interesting that they had that exit from one of their lead people. I mean, Amy was a big, big deal, but she's fine now. She's, going to be working on Star Wars, so she's in a really good place. But yeah, no, he was one of the lead character artists. So I don't know. I just thought it was really something to bring up, just even if we talked about it for 5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because then it makes people start to wonder. It's like, okay, so what does this mean for The Last of Us? Like, are they going to continue working on that, or is it just coincidence? Maybe they just got better offers from someplace else, or they just got bored with what they were working on. They wanted to go somewhere else. Nobody really
Well,
knows. They're not commenting on it.
well, they definitely won't. I heard like way down in the pits of like gossip that they fucked over Amy like bad. And I can't say, I don't want to say that that's what happened, but I wouldn't be surprised that something shady went down and she departed and whatever, it is what it is. But look at her now. She does really, really brilliant work, and I'm excited for her. But I'm sure with this, departure, I'm sure he won't have a hard time finding another job.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he'll be in good shape. And it just shows that maybe perhaps the fact that Last of Us is going, to the PS4, that maybe perhaps, the well is, run dry. I was a little surprised that they put that on the PS4, because I was hoping that they would invest other resources to actually build something new or write something new, because that's a lot of work converting something like that into that and adding the DLC and everything. So I don't know. I just think the man hours and the manpower should have been spent building something new and different. That's just me. That's just me. But there's that. And we have also, this is going to be something that I cannot wait to hear your response. So the Oculus wants to build a billion-person MMO with Facebook. So I don't know how you feel about this, but I think it's just a little crazy. I mean, maybe now I can understand why the money,
Mm-hmm.
Is going towards that direction, because it would just take a lot of money to build something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. How do you feel about it? Do you think it's...
Well, I think it's kind of interesting. I almost kind of envision it being like Society from the movie Gamer. I don't know if you watched the movie Gamer.
Yeah,
But there was like the war side that was going on with the prisoners, but then there was Society, which is kind of like Sims. And I
right.
just kind of like see this being almost like a real life like Society type thing where you can like, oh, I'm going to become my avatar and I'm going to walk around Facebook land and meeting people in this virtual world. And hey, let's be friends on Facebook. How's it going? It just seems super weird. I don't, I can't say I really like it. I
Does
mean,
it make you
it
uncomfortable for the
does.
reason that Facebook is involved? Like, let's just take Facebook out of the equation. If it was just some freaking billion-dollar tech that was like, oh, we're gonna build, would you be more excited?
I just think it's kind of, well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is mostly the Facebook thing that actually makes it really creepy to me because there is that connection. And then like what if these people can somehow like hack things through this Oculus Rift and get into your Facebook account and stuff like that. Like I hate linking to anything of mine personal when it comes to like video games and stuff like that. I hate when games ask me to link to Facebook and then this is going to be something that's dependent on Facebook.
Right.
I just don't like it. I mean, maybe I'll change my mind when I see something. This is all just like I guess kind of hearsay, we're just kind of
Hmm.
guessing what is going on with this, but I just already don't like the idea. just
Right.
privacy
Well,
reasons.
that's the thing. Like, because Facebook is set up to protect your privacy and they do all these updates to protect you in this way and that way. And then in the end, it just really like screws us over. I mean, I know like everyone on my Facebook feed was having a meltdown when they changed like the interface of the new layout. And people were like, oh my God, rah! Like, So I can't even imagine if like they had to do an update for this kind of game and like, who knows what can go down. I mean, I don't know. I think virtual reality games are definitely the future, but the fact that Facebook has involved, it really sways people.
Mhm.
Like, I have conversations all the time about some people are really like, well, then how could people like afford something like this if a corporation wasn't involved of this matter? So I just think that we just have to let time roll by and see what happens. If
Mhm.
we'll see. Maybe at E3 they'll have some kind of well, you didn't want to demo it because you get sick, so I'm probably gonna have to do it again.
Yeah, that's another thing with me is the Oculus Rift in general is just like I get motion sickness very easily. I mean, maybe if I bring some Dramamine with me, I can actually try some of this Oculus Rift stuff, but
Hmm.
90% of what is going on with Oculus Rift would make me very sick. But I am really surprised to see Oculus Rift in general in the news so much. I mean, I saw something about an older lady who was it was her dying wish to be able to just see her backyard because she was so sick she couldn't just get up and just go walk in her own backyard. And the
Hmm.
people over at Oculus Rift, they created a program, did all this stuff, like basically put her backyard in this game and then put the Oculus Rift on her and she was able to virtually walk through her backyard. And I mean,
Hmm.
stuff like that is amazing to do with the Oculus Rift. And then I also read that the Oculus Rift is being helped or is helping Norwegian army guys to navigate their tanks because it
Right,
gives them
right,
a
right. I
much
saw you talking about
yeah.
that.
So they get a 360-degree view of around their tank without having to stick their head outside of the top and, worry about getting shot, because when they're driving these tanks around, they have all these big chunks of things that are just blocking their view. And, that technology, Oculus Rift is like fantastic for that type of stuff. I would love to see it just keep going, to improve other aspects of life like that. But just the virtual reality Facebook thing is just, I mean, it's a really big turnoff for me.
Hmm. Well, it's funny because I mean, think about like the billion people that will be there, in this virtual world. It's kind of interesting, but at the same time, I just feel like it's just too much. It's so like it sounds like almost like a bad movie that someone's gonna make, and like someone's gonna be able to like hack into everyone's like virtual reality and like take over the fucking planet
Mm.
or something like that. It's just
Can
it's
you
someone's
imagine
gonna
that?
that's what I'm
Somebody,
saying. Someone's
uh,
totally gonna make a movie like that. I fucking called it. And watch, we're gonna see that shit in like 2-3 years. And we're gonna be like, oh my god, Powi, you were right. Or maybe some crazy like, hacker is actually gonna be able to figure something like that out and actually.
catfish. No, I just thought of it. It's gonna be catfish. It's gonna be the new catfish. It's gonna be like I met her through the Facebook virtual reality game, and geez, she was so hot. And then meets her in real life,
I
and
touched
she's
her
500
boobies.
pounds.
I touched her boobies in virtual reality. Oh my god. That sounds
No.
amazing. We're going to hell. It's okay. All of you can come with us. Yeah, so there's that. And all right, let's move on. Because I just feel like we'll be talking about Facebook and
It's
all
over.
that forever. So one of the games that I'm really, really looking forward to is my dog's like barking at me. What do you want, dude? Um, is Destiny. Destiny is probably one of the games that I mean, I know Activision is dumping let's just not a lot of money, maybe like $500 million just to, get it to where it needs to be, I guess.
Mhm.
So that's like nothing for, Activision. I mean, $500 million, just to make it like the next Halo, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Do you think that's a little bit much? Do you think they'll get there with $500 million?
I mean, Activision makes billions of dollars when it comes down to like their Call of Duty games and just everything else. So I mean, yeah, to them it might be kind of pocket change, but anytime a company invests that much money in a game, you have to kind of watch out, because then it's like, okay, if this game fails, it's gonna hurt them really bad. Kind of like with Guitar Hero, as the series went on, they kept dumping more and more and more money into it, and a lot of it went to like marketing and just paying
Right.
off these artists that didn't even
Right.
matter to have in the game because they thought it would help it sell, and ultimately that hurt them super bad, like super super bad. So I mean, you gotta kind of watch out, because 500 million, I mean, no, it's not a whole lot when you're talking about Activision, but at the same time, it still kind of is. There's a lot to dump into a game, I think. I guess I don't really know how much money is typically put into their games in terms of like Call of Duty and stuff like that, but it seems,
Yeah, well, Call of Duty is its own monster, but
yeah.
just a quick shout out to my girl Bonnie Burton. She announced earlier on Twitter that she's going to be working with with Bungie on Destiny, and I don't know if you probably you being a pro gamer, she's been a pro gamer for a long time as well. So it's really good to see someone like that in the getting her hands dirty in Destiny. I have high hopes for Destiny. I really think it's going to be just the storyline and the way it plays. I had so much fun seeing it, and I can't wait to play it. So yeah, I'm just kind of perplexed of like how much money do you actually need? But it's true. I guess you need the marketing, the whole like. I mean, it does add up, So they're definitely dumping a lot of money into that beast of a game. Are you gonna play it? Are you even curious about it?
I don't know too much about it. I mean, for me, when it comes to these types of games,
But
I
you
just
like
kind of,
Halo, right? I
I
mean,
do, I
Bungie.
do. I love
Okay.
I love Halo, but I can't automatically assume that because, oh, it's supposed to be a lot like Halo, like that means it's going to be good, because I thought that, when never or what was it, after Mortal Kombat, that Injustice was going to be fantastic because hey, it's made by the same people. But the thing is it's never quite the same. They always try to do something a little bit different, and sometimes those minute little changes might be something that turns me off. So I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna watch some trailers, and I'm gonna see when the game comes out. I'll probably watch some people play it and see what I think of it. I mean, if it is
Yeah.
just like Halo, I mean, then yeah, maybe I will absolutely love it, and maybe that'll be the game that I'm obsessed with. Because with the last Halo, I was playing it a ton when it first came out. So
Yeah, no, it definitely has that Bungie feel. So if you are into any games that Bungie made, I mean, it definitely has that Bungie feel. I'm just hoping that they do more actual. They did do co-op missions at E3 last year, but I'm hoping that they actually do like more of a multiplayer setting again, or even actually um, do, I don't know, just show us some more stuff. I guess that's what we need. So there's that. But I guess the stakes are getting bigger, so that's why, dumping money mucho buco is importante. But yeah, Activision, man, they uh they don't blink twice when it comes to millions of dollars. It's like, where does the money come from?
actually, now that we were talking about Halo, that reminds me of something that I saw. I saw
Oh,
earlier
yes, yes,
somebody
yes.
posted that Halo 5 for Xbox One was listed on the December release list by Walmart.
Right,
And
but then there was that little teaser at E3 last year.
right, but then so now there's like a whole lot of like controversy going on, because like I saw the picture and it just says Halo Xbox One, and it's like kind of a generic like little cover. It doesn't really say Halo 5 like they say that it does. I mean,
Yeah,
Halo 5 is supposed to be like next year sometime. So they're saying it should be Halo 2 Anniversary that's going to be coming out this December, not Halo 5. And they
right.
did try to reach out to get a response from that, and then Downs ended up telling them, "Oh yeah, no, see that's Halo Anniversary 2 that comes out in December," and then he kind of like took it back. He like emailed back and he's like, so I mean like I can't really confirm that the next Halo anything will be coming out this year."
He's like,
Uh,
shit, my job, shit, shit.
right. So I mean, I think it's interesting anytime this happens. It seems almost always like it's Walmart or Amazon. Somebody jumps the gun and posts a picture of a cover of a game and with the release date, and then people are always, somebody finds it and it goes up, and then there's always like all these rumors flying around. What's going on? It's like, somebody got fired over this one.
Oh, hell yeah. Someone definitely got fired and lost stock and is not going to have a letter of recommendation. Yeah, no. Well, I'm a huge Halo fan. I hope that something gets announced this E3. I'm just hoping this E3, it's like, just give me all my meat and potatoes, okay? I've been waiting for these new gens. Now just give me the games that I know that I want to play and want to buy. So, just better be something good, or I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna ugly cry in the middle of the show floor.
So speaking of things that aren't good, what was that about Call of Duty?
Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Well, this is the thing. I feel I've always had a love for Call of Duty, and everyone who knows, who's read my blogs, I actually got to attend the MLG championship this year. That was fun. But what I really I'm struggling with now is the whole point of how Call of Duty is it becoming relevant? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, of course, we're going into the future. We are, modern warfare is something that we've been doing. How more modern do we need to be? And, will this game be relevant? To me, of course, having, some guy like, that we barely know, like Kevin Spacey, come aboard, just kind of, are they trying to, use that as a way to, you know, Houdini the audience in a way, like, oh, we'll give you Kevin Spacey, but here's our game? Or will it be something that all the Call of Duty fans have been waiting for? So it's hard to say. I don't have any hate for it until I actually play the game. I'm always like very fair and neutral, but I know so many people have been saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of this. I hate them. I hate everything that they've done to this game," and it's just spewing hate out of people's pores, and people are upset, and some people are really excited. So I don't know. I love Kaiser Soze. I just had to say that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I just feel like, Call of Duty, it's same game, different skin every year. Sometimes they'll kind of throw something new in there, a different mode. Oh, look, now there's zombie mode. Like, okay, that's cool. But like, I just feel like they're just milking this thing dry. But that's what Activision does. Like, even the CEO has straight up said, about previous games such as Guitar Hero, like, oh, I'm not going to stop until every house has at least one version of Guitar Hero in it, and stuff like that. So I feel like it's the same thing with Call of Duty. Like, they're not going to stop until everybody everywhere owns at least one version of Call of Duty. And they're just going to keep pumping them out there. It's going to be the same stuff over and over again because people will still buy it. They will bitch. They will complain. They will say they hate the game, but they will still buy it and they will still play it because their sales have not been that bad year to year. So,
no.
Like, personally, I don't care for Call of Duty that much. If I get the game, it's because I get it for free. I don't like the game, so I don't buy the game. But people keep complaining about it, but they keep buying it, so they're not going to make a change if you guys keep buying it. So, make up your mind. Do you like it or not?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I find it actually hilarious that people who talk shit about it end up buying a copy anyway. I actually have known people who have talked shit about it, returned it, and then bought it again because, everyone was playing it and they didn't have anything else to do. So it does happen, but I actually like the campaigns. I really enjoyed Ghost's campaign. I do like I've always liked their, zombies and their alien. Like, I think it's okay. It's not terrible. I just get really bored really easily of things. So I usually take breaks and I need like a vacation, sometimes. But after I saw Kevin Spacey, I'm just like, okay, now I really want to play the campaign. But one of the things in the news that I wanted to add to that, Infinity Ward actually is merging with the developer company Neversoft to make this big super studio. So that's actually what is happening here for the new Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So, because a lot of people were like, well, who's making it? I don't get it. So that's who's actually working it. And Neversoft is actually the one who worked with Infinity to do Ghost. So, yeah, I think we have, yeah, those are the two that are doing. They had Bomb, and yeah, those are the ones that I saw. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We might have to just try it.
Tell me how it is.
You can watch me pwn some noobs. All right, so there's that. Well, no, they have already absorbed it, is the news, people.
Mhm.
They've already absorbed it. What else? Oh, vampires. It's
Yeah, you
totally off
said something
topic.
about vampires.
Well, yes, because vampires are awesome. I love vampire movies. I always have. I love vampire comics. I
Twilight.
love vampire people. I'm like totally into that shit. But this is actually a real study. Like that is coming from, I believe, holy crap, I had this out and now I don't know where it's at. Where is this? Fuck. I'm looking and I don't see it. Where is this? Oh, it's right here in front of me. My bad. Okay, so young blood may hold the key to reversing aging. So I guess Cornell University and I forget what they're doing, but they're basically pumping new blood into old people and it's making them healthier and it's basically rejuvenating their cells and whatnot. I
Wait,
also believe
like they're taking younger people blood and they're putting it into their bodies.
they're
Like,
putting yes, they're putting like young people, like actual physically young people's blood and putting it into people who are older and they're finding scientific proof that it's actually like helping like their organs and helping them rebuild their cells and it just totally reminds me of that movie and I can't like it's that vampire movie and it's like driving me nuts because I cannot remember it for the life of me. And I just think it's kind of creepy, but at the same time, it's kind of cool. Like, what if all of a sudden, like, that is the future? Like, we just start harvesting, like, young people's blood, like cows and shit, and that's how we end up living longer. It just sounds like a really cool sci fi vampire movie that
it
I'd be
sounds like
into.
something that's basically been done before. But I mean, in
I
pretty
think
much
so.
every
I
type of like horror movie, vampire movie, whatever. But not even just vampires, but it's usually like witches
witches.
think that I've seen where they take young people blood and they put it all over their body or they bathe in it or something or they drink it and it's supposed to keep them youthful in appearance and keep them healthy and all this type of stuff. And it's always been like a myth. It was just something that people made up because it was kind of a creepy story. But like, if this is legit true, like, I kind of fear for our future because like, what if people start holding people captive and like taking blood from them and injecting themselves?
Yes.
You
What
know,
if
it's like,
they take you? That would be bullshit.
no, but I mean, it's just there's messed up people out there who, when they hear things like this, will take it upon themselves to do their own experiments, you know. And I could just imagine a psychotic mother somewhere out there who's going through midlife crisis and is like taking blood from her kid and injecting it into herself because she wants to stay young and beautiful forever. Like
Ooh,
that,
that is like very mirror on the wall kind of
it's like
shit.
very creepy to even think about. Like, I don't think I like this study. I
You
don't.
don't. Well,
It's gonna
well,
spawn
you can
crazy
tell that
people.
to Rudolph Tanzi. He's the professor at neurology at Harvard Medical School, and he's the one who's basically saying these findings could be a game changer. And I don't know what kind of. I mean, yes, maybe this could help in some ways in people who actually have serious health issues, but I don't know. Science kind of trips me out, and we forget that we're living in this futuristic time where things are, our sciences and our medical, like the shit that we can do now is incredible.
Mhm.
But it's scary. I don't
Yes.
know. It's a vampire out there out my window. Yes, Daybreakers. God damn it. I love you. I love you. This is why I like this live streaming, because it's like I feel like there's like 20 more brains like helping us put this show together. So I love you guys. But yeah, I love freaking Ethan Hawke. Hell yeah. Oh my God, he's so hot in that movie. Now I'm like I'm gonna go find it and watch it tonight. I don't know, I love that. That and Blade. Blade has always been one of my favorites. Blade, of course, like all of Amy Rice's stuff. Interview with the Vampire. What else?
Blade movie good, Blade game bad.
It doesn't matter. I don't feel like there could ever be a bad vampire movie. I love them all, even if they're stupid cheesy. Like Van Helsing, super cheesy but amazing. What else was another one? Why can't I remember her name? She's a vampire. Wears black. Why can't I?
She's a vampire who wears black. That narrows it down so much. Jesus.
Fuck,
Come on, Powi.
Yeah, underwear. Not underwear. Underworld. Oh my God, I can't even take it. I'm so dumb right now.
Underwear. Yes. That's it.
Not underwear, Underworld. Yes. Oh my God, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, one of the best movies ever. Oh my God, she was incredible in that movie. She was the original Buffy. No one can ever take her spot. Man, but yes, I'm kind of, now you guys, I'm addicted to vampire movies, except the only vampire movie that I wasn't really into was Twilight. It was just too much love shit, and it was just like too much. Except I did like the scene when like she's about to like have a baby and like she gets all fucked up.
Don't spoil it. Some people haven't seen it.
Oh God, if you haven't seen Twilight yet, you're living in a cave or in a hole somewhere in like Istanbul, okay? Because that shit's been out for days. And yeah, but that was a crazy scene. Like it tripped me out. And then I was like, oh, she's alive. But no, she's not. But she is. So yeah, that's the only part I liked. And then I don't think I can think of any other vampire movies.
Oh, there's a million out there.
And then I like the classics too, the old ones. Like Bram Stoker's Dracula. That one's fucking hot. That doesn't give you a boner. I don't know what does. And then there's that. I mean, there's pretty much that. So I'm done with my vampire rant. Okay. So what else are we gonna talk about?
The only other thing I can really think about is how why can't I talk today? Yes. Amplitude may get
What?
I can't talk today. So there's this game called Amplitude, and Harmonix is trying to get it crowdfunded to make a sequel via Kickstarter. Can I talk properly today? No. Okay. So, and you guys, the sequel, this name, it's so, I mean, gosh, it must have taken them forever to think of it, because they're going to call it Amplitude. Amplitude. You should just call it Amplitude again. So
I like the title too. It's just like, what?
Amplitude may get a sequel called Amplitude. But basically, I mean, I think a lot of people have played Amplitude back in the day. It was a really cool rhythm game where you play different tracks. Basically, you're going down one highway and you're playing the guitar track and you play it perfectly, and then the highway disappears and you go over to the drum track and you do that and you go over to the bass track, vocals, keyboard, whatever, and then you have a multiplier going and you have this whole cool song playing. Really, really awesome songs. The graphics were pretty good. It was a pretty basic game. If you've ever played Rock Band Blitz, basically it's very, very similar to that, except for instead of just, 2 buttons, I mean, you got 3 that you have to worry about on each highway. But the kind of sad thing about it is, despite its popularity, I mean, they have only 16 days to go, and they are still about $615,000 away from reaching their goal. They
Why
said,
doesn't Sony just throw like money at it? I mean, doesn't the property belong to them?
I mean, honestly, I don't understand why they're doing the Kickstarter other than, I mean, just to have less out of pocket right away. I
Hmm.
just feel like I'm kind of upset that so many of these big name companies like Harmonix, like I love Harmonix, don't get me wrong. I love Harmonix. I have nothing bad to say about them. I'm just really surprised when a company like Harmonix goes to Kickstarter because it's
Hmm.
like, I mean, come on, you guys are asking for almost $1 million to make a game right now. Like, you guys don't have the money for this, like just to do it. Like, why do you gotta go to Kickstarter?
Like,
But
aren't they getting like a fat like paycheck from Disney? Like the fact that Fantasia's just around the corner.
I mean, you would think, but I don't. I mean, I don't know the behind the scenes. I don't know what their money problems are like.
True.
Um, I
It takes big money to make big money. So maybe there is, a lot of stuff that we're overseeing.
Yeah, I mean, they have some pretty cool rewards. I mean, if you do donate, their tiers are pretty cool. It does go all the way up to, having dinner with these guys, having your own song in the game. If you got $7,500 and, you're in a band and you want to get your music out there, definitely a very, very good idea to spend it on this Kickstarter. I mean, there's so many bands and stuff I never heard of before until I heard their music in Rock Band or Guitar Hero
Hmm.
or something like that. So
For
it definitely
sure.
is a great platform for artists. But I mean, ugh, geez. I mean, they're asking for a lot of money, and in 16 days, I don't think they're gonna make it. So I don't know if Amplitude's gonna get made.
It
Um,
might get put on the back burner until how
yeah.
much success they get through Fantasia. I mean, I don't know. I feel Fantasia, like I'm so hyped about it, but the fact that you won't be able to stream it on Twitch is so shitty. Like I understand the whole like copyright music kind of thing, but like, that's like the fun part of actually seeing everybody play a game like that. So I don't know. I just really hope they find a way to bypass that or come to an agreement.
Yeah.
So,
And it makes me I kind of wonder, like, okay, yeah, I know, like, programmers, developers, all these guys get paid fat money, to
mhm,
work on the game. But the thing is they said they're not even really updating it. Like, graphically, they want to keep it looking basically the exact same. They just want to add some new modes, some new songs, maybe some new ships and stuff like that. But other than that, I mean, they said they want it to look the exact same. So it's like, how much extra work really has to be put in when they're gonna have like all of this stuff already done just sitting right in front of them, and they just gotta continue off on that. I don't know. I mean, jeez, that's so much money.
that is a lot of money. That is a lot to ask for, but hey, maybe there's like some sugar daddy or sugar mama that wants to make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's some people out there that they will donate just like obscene amounts of money because they want to get their hands in it. They'll put the $10,000 in there, which is like the max, and then they want to go in there and see what's going on. And I think that is one reason why companies like to go through Kickstarter is because they do feel like they have a lot more creative control at that point. Because, okay, yes, if they do it completely on their own and they ask for $775,000 from other major companies and other backers, then they have to listen to those people. Those people who are like, yeah, I know you want Amplitude to look the same, but I really think that you should bump up the graphics, or I really think you should do this or should do that. And there's a lot more people dipping their hands in it. And so I do kind of see the appeal to Kickstarter, but I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
could
just
it
so back
be?
and
I mean,
forth.
have you thought of the idea of? I mean, I know this is not. I'm not putting this in the equation just because I'm just saying that could it be possibly for publicity, for the fact that they just want it on the radar of some other publishing companies to see if they'd be willing to pick it up. So
It could be. Yeah.
like a last saving grace, like a last Hail Mary, like, okay, this is our situation. Like, could you help us?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, that definitely is possible. I do know other people who have done Kickstarter projects like this, and they have said that once the news gets out about the Kickstarter project, there are companies and people that do approach them and say, hey, we will help you. If you do not reach your goal, we will give you an extra $50,000 or $100,000, but we want to have some sort of say in what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and stuff like that. So I know it, like, that stuff definitely does happen. Like, let's say they don't get the 775,000. I'm sure there are plenty of companies who will have approached them within that 30-day span saying that they want something to do with it.
That's true. I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, it's so interesting how that little bit of money could just launch something so big. Well, good luck to them. I really hope that they actually achieve that, because I like Harmonix, and I really hope that they come out with more games.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so we need a secret word. A secret word, because we want to give some more passes away to June 7th. Ciji and I will be at LA Cosplay Con June 7th. It's one day only. Come hang out with us. High five. I think I might make cookies.
Oh
cupcakes.
no, not cookies. Hey,
I think
if
I'll
we're gonna
make
do
something.
cookies, I have some Mario, or not Mario. I have Pac-Man cookie cutters. We can make them look like little Pac-Man
Ooh,
and ghosts.
that would be so cute. Yes, let's do it. We'll have a little cookie thon, and we will bring cookies. And so we got to think of a word, though. And obviously the people in here, they will know what the word is. But then, so this is what you have to do. You have to post the secret word on CG's Facebook page. You got to do it on my page, and you have to do it on the Gamer Girls Gone Wild page on Facebook to qualify. So if you didn't do that last time, I think maybe only one person or maybe two people got it, actually did it right.
All of them, yeah.
Did all of them. So we have we're gonna give 5 tickets away tonight, and then we just have to figure out a word. It's got to be a good one. I don't know what it's gonna be.
I still like Pancake Slayer.
Pancake Slayer?
I know you're saying you don't, but you came up with that one and I liked it.
Who came up with that?
You did.
I did? When did I come up with that? I'm having like stoner amnesia. I guess so. We can do that. We're not doing it. Oh, gore. Man, bear, pig. Interesting.
Man, bear, pig.
I don't get it, but I kind of like it.
You don't know about Man, bear, pig?
No, what is that? I'm scared. What is that? Man, bear, pig. Is that like some secret like game that I don't know about?
It's from South Park.
Oh, see, that's why, because I don't always watch. I watch South Park like once in a while, and then when I watch it, I get hooked, and then I'll watch like a couple more episodes, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. Okay. Kind of just how the Stick of Truth was. Like, I kept playing it and playing it and playing it, and I was like, oh my god, I can't even take it anymore. I'm done. I'll come back in like a couple of weeks and finish it properly. Ooh, Cowabunga is actually a really good one.
Turtles, Cowabunga.
Hell yeah. I made pizza today. I fucking made pizza today.
I had pizza too.
Hell yeah. I had
pizza.
It was such pizza. I was just jonesing, and I was like, fuck this eating healthy bullshit. I'm eating pizza. And you know what happened? My fitness idol, the woman who is my Wednesday woman crush, or whatever whatever that thing is.
Yes. And
she is like my idol. Her name is Marissa Rivera, and she's like she's got a huge like IG account, and she's all over like the fitness world, and she has like the most perfect ass like that I've ever seen on, like, her body's insane, but she is just like super in shape. And she's like my idol. And so I fucking post a picture of like the fattiest pizza that I could have ever made today. And she retweets like one of the comments that I was like, oh, thank you for your like discount code for your supplement products. And she fucking puts it on her IG, and there's my face, but like, if you go to my IG, it's like a picture of the biggest pizza you've ever seen. And I'm just like, fuck, man, why today? Total bad timing. So I don't care. I was just like, everyone knows I need pizza and it just needs to happen. But yeah, she calls her ass like an onion butt. So someone on my Twitter was like, "That's okay, you can have a pizza butt," and I was like, "No."
What is onion butt? I'm
Like the
looking this
shape
up
of an
on.
yeah, like the shape of her ass is like an onion. It's like so round. Like she has the perfect bubble butt. Like go look at her
Onion butt
IG.
is an ass so beautiful it makes you cry.
There you go. It is so her butt, her body is insane, and she's like a little fucking like tiny person. She's like 4'9", I think. She's tiny and freaking she's just got the most amazing body. And so like when I'm feeling lazy, I just look at her and I'm like, fuck, all right, I'm going to the gym. So that's my story of basically feeling like shamed for eating my pizza, but I don't care. I ate it with pride. I ate it with sriracha, and it was delicious. Her name is Marissa Rivero, not Rivera. That's my last name. Get it right. Get my girl right, okay? She's amazing. And she's 5'2", and I'm 5'2", okay? I feel like a little shorty when I say that. I'm actually 5'5" with heels.
Wow, she does have a booty.
I told you.
Oh.
It makes you want to squat. She like her and I will go back and forth like on IG sometimes and on Twitter, and I'm like, oh my god, I love her. Like I just want her to train me. I want like her body so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, I really like her stomach.
Hell yeah, dude, look at her arms. No, but
I'm not a
badass.
fan of like muscular arms or anything. Well, I guess her arms aren't that muscly, but
no, she's not like gross muscular, but you know, go look at her boyfriend, Frank McGrath. He's a monster. And she's all into him, and he's got like veins popping out, and she's like all about it.
No.
She's so into it. She'll be like, my veiny man. Like she just makes the funniest posts and like go on her IG and she like will follow him. She's like obsessed with him. Like she's obsessed with him and he's a monster. I've never seen a bigger guy in my life.
That's too big. When you're that big that you have veins popping out when you're not even doing anything, like Jesus, I'm looking at this picture of him and his veins look like they're about to freaking explode. It's super nasty. I think that's really gross. I think there is a limit to exercise. I'm all about people wanting to exercise and be fit.
But that's preference though. Some people find sexy.
But when you are that like to that point, you are really hurting yourself. I mean,
no, he's a professional. Like, obviously, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing it.
But that takes a toll on people. I mean, he's gonna have back problems. He's gonna have neck problems. He's gonna have all these like pains and aches from doing this type of stuff. I mean, we were not meant to be like that. I don't know, but I mean,
well, apparently, if you have Marissa Rivero as your main squeeze, I don't think you're gonna care what the hell you feel or look like, because she is so damn perfect.
Yeah,
I would be the happiest person in the world. And then if she likes veiny people, good for her. That just makes her more awkward and weird, and it makes me just even like her more. I love her. One day I'm gonna meet her, and I'm just gonna like cry. I don't fangirl about anybody. I really don't. But she's like one of the people I do. I'm just gonna be like just gonna be gross. I'm just gonna be like, can we squat together? I've told her that before. I was like, can we squat together? And she's totally replied to me. I don't really care. Like social media, like I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know, it'll be fun once in a while, like if someone responds. But when she responds, like the whole house knows about it. Everybody knows.
She retweeted me. She retweeted my tweet.
Yeah, I'm all like gushy, and I'm like, damn, I gotta go to the gym now. But today was just epic fail because of the pizza. Like I should have just posted that tomorrow, man.
It's all right. It's all right. I mean, come on. I'm sure even she has a cheat day once in a while. We're only human. You can only torture yourself so much.
I know. I couldn't help it anymore. The last time I had pizza was in Boston. And in Boston, I only had one slice. Today, I had like 3 little mini ones. but it was so good. It was all homemade, organic. It was clean, you know. I try to eat as clean as possible, and you know, I just couldn't take it anymore. I was jonesing.
Sure.
Okay. So talk about your Kickstarter with the movie that they're featuring you in.
No Princess in the Castle.
No princess in the castle.
I mean, it's still going.
It's
It,
still going, right?
yeah.
So where
Yeah.
can people donate? Because people should donate.
If you support it, I mean, I definitely recommend people look it up and read what it's about and see if you support it or not. I don't tell people to blindly go support something just
Okay,
because
I
I'm in
will
it,
tell
first of all.
I will tell people to go. I don't mind
No,
because
no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
gonna
I
go.
always encourage people to research and see if it's something they support. If No Princess in the Castle is something that you support, then I will give you a link right here in this chat for the Kickstarter. Read about it, watch the trailer. I mean, it is about women in the gaming industry who have overcome a whole bunch of crap on their journey to the top. And it's not a movie that's like, oh, poor me, I have boobs, it's not fair, people pick on me all day. I mean, it's some of the struggles that we've gone through, but it's also just things that we've learned. And just talking about the gaming industry, there's positives too. There's a lot of good things that have come from, what we've done. So it's going to be everything. It's not just, oh, boohoo us. But the Kickstarter is still going. There's 19 days left to go. It's at $16,000 right now of the $60,000 that is being sought out for this.
Okay.
So
That's
hopefully that
good. I
works
mean,
out.
there's progress. That's good. I mean, at least people are donating, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, not even halfway there yet, but also not even halfway through the 30-day period there. And usually, like, the last week is when a lot of people really start to push it because they might see, oh, they might not make it. Let me bump up my donation $5 or something like that, just to try and help out. Um, I'm not sure if they're going to make it if it does not get funded. I was kind of surprised they didn't go with Indiegogo for this.
Okay.
Because Indiegogo, if you do that, whatever money you raise, you get to
They
keep.
match it. Well, don't they match it too a little bit or something?
I'm not sure. I just know that they do take a percentage out when you raise the money, but you get to keep most of the money. Whereas with Kickstarter, if you don't reach that goal, you get nothing. So everybody gets refunded their money.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so that's the only
Oh, I didn't
downside.
know that's how Kickstarter
Yep.
worked.
So that Kickstarter will take a percentage out of the total fund. So you kind of have to, like, let's say he needs 55,000, but they're going to take 5,000 out. So then he'll set the goal at 60,000. Just an example. I'm not sure how much they take. It's like 10% or something like that, or 15%. But yeah, so that's the way Kickstarter works. So if you do want to see this get funded, definitely help out, whether it's monetary or via social networks. Just share it with your friends, share it with your family, spread the word. Just spreading the word, you might help it get funded that way, because there might be somebody else who's interested in this and wants to see it get funded. So even if you don't have the
That's true.
cash, there's other ways you can help.
I think that's brilliant. Well, we'll be donate. Oh, I will be donating for my behalf. I just don't know how much. How much should I donate? What would be a fair amount? Like a good amount
For
that
me, honestly, I have to say, when I do Kickstarter donations, what I do is I look at the rewards list. I'm not gonna lie, I have no shame. I look at the rewards list,
That's what I'm
and
saying.
I'll be
That's why
like, what
that's
do
why I'm
I
talking
want?
about
Yeah,
this because
T-shirt, DVD,
maybe someone is in my situation that wants to donate, but they don't know what is the right thing. And if there is a rewards, I know that there's that cool, awesome poster.
hmm
So I'm like, damn, how much do I gotta donate to get that freaking poster? Because I want it. And I want you to sign it, damn it.
Well, I'm wondering if they would have like the whole cast sign it. It does say signed poster, so I mean, you gotta donate $90 or more though for that poster. But yeah. I don't know. There's some pretty cool stuff. There's like the pillow. One thing I really liked that I was looking at was a No Princess in the Castle, the DVD case that looks like an original NES cartridge. I think that's
Ooh,
pretty cool.
that is pretty cool. So there's different little incentives, so that's
Mhm.
good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for putting that link up. And I think I found a secret word.
Yeah? What is it?
Onion butt.
Onion butt. Jeez. Why? Okay. So,
It's
onion
got to
butt.
be it's going to be onion butt. You're lucky that I didn't put hashtag onion butt, okay?
This is true.
No, because I just love that you actually went to look at the actual reference of that, and it's adorable. So it's gonna be onion butt.
Alright.
You're gonna have to come up with the next one, damn it. I've come up with like all of them.
You keep turning mine down. I turned the light off by
What
doing that.
Wait, what did you do?
Cake Slayer. You keep saying no. That is probably the most PG thing that's a good for everybody, and you said no.
Well, you're lucky that I didn't say like boner or something even more like sexual, because I could totally go there.
That would get all banned on my page automatically. So everybody would be like, nobody won. How come? We'd be like, well, blame Powi.
It's always my fault, damn it. It's because I'm a pervert. I can't help it. This is something that's just been my problem my whole life. Yeah, no, definitely onion butt. Just because I think everyone should do like 10 squats right now as you're listening to this. Yeah, I'm just drinking this and it's just fucking terrible, and I don't even know why, but I am.
Red Bull? Sugar-free Red Bull?
Mm-hmm.
Garbage.
Garbage. Total garbage.
Sugar-free Monster.
I know, I should have asked to have those sent, but no, I got this one instead. It's okay. But I think we're ready to wrap it up. So, do you have anything else you want to say or share?
Just that everybody who has come here and stuck around this whole time is awesome. Thank you very much.
I know, look at all these people in here. I'm into it. Yeah, don't be tagging Marissa Rivero in this.
Please don't.
She is my woman. The last thing well, you know what would be so funny if she actually was listening to this, because one time she posted her and her boyfriend playing, like she was holding an Xbox controller, and I like squealed so loud, and I was like, oh my god, you guys are gamers, brah! And I was just like so happy. I was like, you guys are my dream couple. But yeah, no, I would be like super embarrassed if she did. All right, so thank you for sticking around, and we can't wait to see some of you in June 7th at LA Cosplay Con. Get your tickets. If you don't win them, hopefully someone will win them, because we're giving out 5 tonight. And where can people find you, Ciji?
They can to stalk. I'm very easily stalkable.
Oh, stocky.
So just you can, if you really want to, you can just type Star Slayer into Google. But the easy way is going to starslayer.com, STARSLAY 3R. And I've got links to all my social networks, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, YouTube, all that type of stuff. My live stream, everything is on there. And what about you, Powi?
Well, you can go to www.pancakepow.com. That's where you'll find the podcast, you'll find blog posts, you'll find all my social media stuff like the Twitter, the Instagram, and the Facebook. And you could just listen to previous episodes there. We had a little bit of trouble with our RSS feed like last week. We're actually looking into that. Something happened with the hosting from the company that we're using. They actually like bailed. So I have to find a new one and pay for it, and like I have to contact every single app out there. So as of now, if you go to like iTunes or like Stitcher Radio, we were there. You'll be able to listen to certain episodes, I believe, if they are there. But any new episodes, you're actually going to have to go to www.pancakepow.com to just listen to the episodes. And you can download them there. And then we actually put them on our social sites too. Like we pin it when, so this will be pinned tomorrow on our wall, and you can listen to it and leave us comments and tell us silly things, because we like to hear them. And yeah. And yeah, and then that's about it. I'm gonna go play some freaking Child of Light or play on my 3DS. I don't know. And I'm gonna go wrap up this show and then put it up there for all the people who missed it.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Sounds good. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. I am Baby Pancakes.
And I'm Ciji, aka Star Slayer.
All right. Talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.